All right, because I am so very prepared, we're just going to start this little section over. This is the return to the Great Wolf Lodge Fall 100. We ran the first third the other day. I am picking up on turn 15. And again, I spent a whole bunch of time looking at the rule book, but I do have a cheat sheet this time around. We're going to make sure that we try to get everything as right as possible this time around. But we did actually just run into some trouble here. Martin Truex Jr., he ran into trouble and he got himself repaired, but he finds himself at the back of the group. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is our escape check now. He's got an 8. He sticks. He's good. Ryan Newman has an 8. He's good. Kurt Busch has an 8. All right, Kurt Busch, we're rolling for you. He's got a B on the middle third for trouble. He rolls a 5. Remind me, if the trouble roll is greater than the repair rating, or no, if the repair rating is less than or equal to, which is an 8, he's good and goes to the bottom. So Kurt Busch finds himself back at the back of the pack now. Brian Vickers. So when I do trouble and go every group down? Each driver in the given start group. This one's problem. Right, so this is all trouble. I need to remember, what brings out a yellow flag? My little cheat sheet has a yellow flag section, but I don't remember what brings out a yellow flag. A yellow flag, in this case, if one or more cars are collected in a trouble result, a yellow flag will come out. This will trigger the need for a fill the gap and 1 or 2 yellow flag turns. If 1 or 2 cars are involved, there's a yellow flag. If more than 2, there are 2 yellow flags. Oh, so I should just kind of be setting these guys aside, right? But, I mean, I guess I can do the check individually for them. Because then we just do fill the gap for these guys. Anybody moves up, and then we fill them up into the next group, I guess. So we're going to check Brian Vickers. He's rolled a 7. He's got an escape of 7. He's good. Matt Kenseth. That's a 10. Matt Kenseth, you're in trouble. You got a repair of B. That's a 3. You're good to go to the back. Paul Menard. That's a 6. He's good. Tony Stewart. That's a 7. He's good. Kevin Harvick. That's a 10. Oh no, Kevin Harvick has an A. He's got to be, is 9 better? It's a 9. He just gets to stay in the race. He just gets to stay in the race, right? I'm getting this right now. But we're going to have 2 yellow flags here. We're going to have 2 yellow flags because we've had 4 drivers get collected in this freaking crash. Roll again on trouble. A trouble roll. Repair rating, end of bottom, troll, fill the gap, only if no yellow flag. So we're going to go through and do yellow flag, just move the drivers up. Okay, so we're actually going to have 2 turns where there's a yellow flag and everybody's just going to move up, but the whole pack is going to close itself. Eric Jones, He's in trouble. He's got an escape. What happens with Eric Jones? He's got a D. Uh-oh. That's a 6. Eric Jones has crashed out of the race. Oh no, Eric Jones. I'm sorry, sir. Matt D. Benedetto. Oh no, he's rolling. What happens with Matt? He has a D. D. He only rolled a 5, so he's actually repaired and okay, but he's going to go to the back of the pack. And then we got Mr. Austin Dillon. That's a 4. He's got an escape of 8. So since this is going to be 2 yellow flags, each of these guys here are going to move up. Tony Stewart. Austin Dillon climbs himself up to 13th place. On the yellow flag, all these gentlemen here are going to find themselves moving up. Casey Mears climbs up. Jeff Gordon up into 17th. Jamie McMurray into 18th, and Jeff Burton into 19th. And the rest of these guys all slide their way up. Oh, no. These TV drivers of mine are slowly finding their way up here. Slowly finding their way up. Greg Biffle. These guys that were all in that group have climbed their way up here. 2 yellow flag turns. So I guess that's going to be 2 turns. 1, 2. So this is going to be turn 15 and 16. 15 and 16. We know that Eric Jones crashed. I have to figure out how to take some better notes. I'm not great at it, so I just need to be doing a little better here, but it's okay. Eric Jones crashed. Truex, Busch, Kenseth, and Harvick to the back. Harvick. This is not going to be in order. Man, my bookkeeping needs to be better. I need to see somebody that takes some good bookkeeping because so far, I'm not great at it. Kenseth. And who's the other one? Harvick, Kenseth, Busch, and Truex Jr. Truex to the back. So that was turn 15 and 16. Now we find ourselves on turn 17, and it's a pit. It's a pit stop. And I've already forgotten how to do it. Ouch. How do we do a pit stop? My cheat sheet doesn't make sense to me yet. Pit stops. Okay, so first we're going to switch. We're going to roll the metallic dice. This is turn 17. Metallic dice, double 1s. Then pit violations for those positions in the black group. We don't have the black group yet. Black group is 4. So that's going to be our which group? I do not remember already. Man, this is the pits. One of these days I will remember. And I have to step away for a moment. All right, we are back. And I'm back to figuring out how pit turn works. Oh, excuse me. So... All right, so I guess drivers in the metallic dice are used to reorder the drivers in both the top and the middle. Thus, if the metallic dice read 2 and 5, you'll switch the drivers in the 2 boxes with the drivers in the 5 boxes. If you roll doubles, no drivers switch positions. Instead, the drivers in that numbered box are considered to have committed a rules violation. Driver in the 4 box must go to the bottom. The driver, instead the drivers. Oh, we need to roll the black die too. Did I? I don't remember. So we're just going to roll it now. I think I had rolled it, but we're going to roll it again. It's a 1. So that's what we're going with because I can't remember. I could go back and look at the tape, but I don't remember. So we're just going with it. So that means the guy in the top group of the 1s goes to the bottom. Sorry, Clint Boyer. You're down here, buddy. Oh, no. I forgot to move Matt Deben and this guy. There you go, Matt. There we go, Clint Boyer. Oh, my bookkeeping is all kind of a mess. I had to go do something household-wise, and then I got all distracted. It happens. Fill the open space in the game boards as outlined in Trouble. So he goes to the back. Fill the open space as prescribed in the Trouble section. So pit turn, then we fill the gap. Because it's not a yellow, we fill the gap. So these guys all move up. Right? Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, Jimmy Johnson. And then we roll for a fill the gap, which is a gas check against Dale Earnhardt. He's got 4, so he's got the gas. The gas check has to be, I'm getting this, gas check has to be equal to or, right? A gas check is equal to or less than. Equal to or less than, he's got the gas. So Ryan or Dale Earnhardt Jr. moves up. Everybody else here moves down. Moving on down. Look at these guys. David Gilliland. You coming up? You are. Dave Gilliland has the gas, and everybody shifts. Bobby Labonte slowly climbing his way up. He's been very silent in this race, as have many drivers been. But Clint Boyer. How did Clint Boyer get down there? Why do I feel like I'm missing a driver now? Who's missing? Did I move someone somewhere? Eric Jones went up there because he crashed. This is 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Who am I missing? Who did I put someplace somewhere? Did somebody go flying? What is happening? Danica Patrick crashed. Mark Martin crashed. Oh, no. Mark Martin went in my yellow. We're good. We've got 4 crashes. 4 people out of the race. Eric Jones, Mike McDowell, Mark Martin, and Danica Patrick. That's who's out. All right. So we've just done a fill the gap on the pit turn. Now we're going to take that black die, which is 1, and we're going to try for fast pits. Right? Fast pits. Now that I've got this cheat sheet, it should just make sense, but I guess I need to do some of this stuff first. On a black die roll of 1 and 2, use the black die for fast pit. Do I roll the die again? Violators move to the bottom. Then group tries for fast pit. I guess it's top group again, because that's where the problem got committed. I should be writing this stuff down so I can ask questions or get clarification. I rolled a 1. Should I stick with 1? Performance check for a fast pit. Each driver then gets a roll with a metallic dice. You put them together. If the driver is equal to or less than their fast pit, they get a chip. All right, we're just going to stick with 1, and that's what we're going with. Here we go. This is for Kyle Busch. Do I go in reverse order? Does it care? On turn 17, you roll a 3 and a 4. This means you check the drivers in the top group and the drivers in boxes 3 and 4 switch positions. Then roll individually for all 6 drivers. So the example in the book, drivers in boxes 3 and 4 switch. So yeah, so they're checking the top because that's where they ended up checking. Then you then roll individually for all 6 drivers in the top group and the leader. Combination of 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 switch positions. Boyer switches with the driver in the number 1 box. And Martin switches places with the driver of the 2. Note that if a driver has a performance chip, he would be reordered up, even if he didn't. All right, well, we're going to stick with it. We're going to say we're in the 1 group. Performance shift successful for fast pit. I guess it doesn't matter which way we end up going. So it was double 1s. We've got a 4 now. Fast pit to 10. He gets a chip, right? Good job, Kyle Busch. Got to check Carl Edwards. Carl Edwards gets a fast chip. Rolled a 6. Ryan Blaney rolled a 6. He's got a fast pit of 6. He also gets a chip. Joey Logano rolled a 6. He gets a chip. He's got 2 now. Brad Keselowski rolled a 5. He's got a fast pit of 8. He gets a chip. Oh, man. Does everybody get a chip? Was this a fast pit for everyone? Jimmy Johnson rolled a 5. Chip for Jimmy. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. rolled a 5. Everyone got a chip. So I guess the only other question there is, if a driver had a performance chip left over from a previous turn, he would also be reordered. So does that mean that I should move Joey Logano up because he has 2? Because he would normally be reordered once the fast pit dice rolls have been removed and groups reordered. So in the example, Boyer in the 4, Martin in the 5. They both got chips. Nobody else had any. Boyer would go in the 1. and Martin would go in the 2. Yeah, you know what? House rule, even if that's not a rule, that's what we're going with. Joey Logano's got 2 chips. He's getting the bump. He's doing better, right? That's what I'm going with. Joey Logano's getting the bump because he's got 2 chips. That's what we're going with. My rule. That's the end here. Oh, we have to do the black die again one more time on a pit turn just to see the top racer after everyone gets checked. After a pit. Use once all the fast pit dice rolls have been resolved and the group reorders, the final step is roll the black die to see who gets a chance. It's going to be number 6. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is taking on Kyle Busch for that top spot. Rolling the red die. If the red die is equal to or less than the challengers. Yes, Dale Earnhardt's our challenger. He's got a 2. Dale Earnhardt has a equal to or less than. So I know there's a rule about if both the challenger and defender have a chip, then the red, white, blue roll will determine who wins. So they both have a chip. Note. If both the challenger and defender have a performance chip, then the red, white, blue roll will determine who wins the challenge. Yeah, so in this case, Dale Earnhardt wins the challenge. And an even odd roll will determine whether or not drivers spend a chip or both retain. So I guess we're going to go with a roll. It's going to be, it's an even. They both retain their chip. And I guess Dale Earnhardt takes over? Sure. You know what? We can be playing this game wrong. And it's okay because at least I'll be playing it consistently wrong. So that's the end of our pit turn. That was much more complicated than I needed to make it. So Kyle Busch led from lap 11 up through lap 17. And now starting here with lap 18. You know, I guess there's a question. If that's the end of the turn, who was actually leading? It was probably at the end of that turn, 16 would have been Kyle Busch, and now Dale Earnhardt Jr. is taking over at 17. I have enough questions that I don't know what I'm doing. There's our roll. We got talking about the top group, and we've got a 9. 9 is heat. We are doing a heat check, starting here from the bottom. Kyle Busch has heat. Red, white, blue. He does not have the gas. Sorry there, Kyle Busch. Jimmy Johnson. Does he have heat? No, he doesn't. Jimmy Johnson does not get heat. This is going to be for... Wow. Look at that. There's only one... No, I missed a guy. Carl Edwards. He's got heat. Carl Edwards is going for a roll. He's got a 5. He's got the gas against the leader, and it's a 4 break. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got the gas or the brakes. He's good. He can hold him off. He does not even need to use that chip. So nothing ends up happening in that lap. All right, next lap 18. No, 19. Lap 19. We are talking about a duel. 6 and 6. Our duel sheet. What happens in a duel? We got the number 2 cars in the middle group. Is that right? A duel. Number 2 cars in the middle group. Start with odd. If the instigator wins, get a performance chip. Trouble for the other. If the instigator loses, duel on board A will tell you which drivers. So we got a 6. We're starting with the odd guy. So middle group, odd guy on 6, Dave Gilliland. We're going to resolve the duel by rolling the red die and compare it to gas pedal. We think David Gilliland's going to take on Ryan Newman. I guess that's what we got going. The instigating driver takes the higher driver. Here we go. David Gilliland taking on Ryan Newman. It's a 6. 6 means he does not have the gas, and that is trouble. Is it trouble or a problem? It's trouble. Instigating driver takes the higher. The red roll die is higher than his gas, and he gets trouble. Trouble. Trouble? Trouble. I think, though, with it's just only the driver in trouble. All right, so we got our trouble roll. We're going to do a trouble roll. David Gilliland rolls a 5 against his escape rating. He's clear. He rolls and escapes. No trouble there. Right? That's correct. If the red die is rolled, he wins the duel. Instigating takes a chip. All right. We also rolled, it's a 12, so that means it's doubles, which means we're going to have feud and fume. No, feud and fume. I have not done one of these yet. So we're going to see how this works. Fume and feud. Check both lists. Roll for driver. What does that mean? There's no one on that. No drivers on that list. So I guess there's a house rule that I could add somebody, but in this case, I'm not. I'm assuming that there are events that just tell me that this is what has happened. They're getting put there. Is there like a problem? How do guys end up on that fume and feud list? Are they rare results? Rare? I don't know. Okay, well, since I don't really know what's going on there, he's good and he's in the clear. David Gilliland didn't crash. He was able to avoid it. Now we're going to try for the other one. That's going to be Jeff Burton. He's going to go try for Ryan Newman. Jeff Burton's going to try and take that spot. This is a duel on his side. Oh, if the instigator loses, loser is now fuming. Is that how that works? Do I have a fuming person? Or is it just that I would have a trouble loser is now fuming? My microphone's not being great. Yeah, I'm sure there's something in one of these sections of one of these sheets that says they're fuming. At the moment, I don't know that they're fuming. So that's what we're going with. When we go to do our other, we're just going to keep moving because that's how we're going to do. We're going to roll this guy. We're going to roll the red die and we're going to determine whether or not Jeff Burton can take the spot of Ryan Newman. To 2, Jeff Burton takes the spot from Ryan Newman and gets himself a performance chip. I think that's right. If the instigator wins, trouble for the other. Oh no, it is trouble for Ryan Newman. And then we go through trouble for him. Roll 2 dice. It's a escape check of 8. He's got a 5. He escapes. Ryan Newman is in the clear. Yeah? Sure. There's a lot of moving pieces here. Resolve the trouble. I don't understand how fuming. How does somebody get that fuming spot? Ah! Nobody wants to watch this. This is boring as all crap. If you'd like to add extra drama to your race events, you can say that when a driver spins out after losing a duel, he goes on the fume list. Or in circumstances where it makes sense, you might decide to have a feud that has just been started. In that case, place drivers in the... Okay, that's an optional or an advanced rule. For now, I'm not worrying about it. I just got to get through one game of this. All right, so that is our turn 19. Mr. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is still leading that race. Here we go. Turn 20. We're talking about the middle group, and it's a 4. Oh, no. We have more trouble. More trouble for that middle group. Starting with that top leader, we're doing escape checks again, I guess. That's a 4. Jeff Burton's good. I'm throwing dice everywhere. Brian Vickers has an escape of 7. He rolls a 6. He's in the clear. Paul Menard with an 8. He rolls an 8. Just avoids narrowly. That's a 3 for Mr. Tony Stewart. Austin Dillon rolls a 9. Uh-oh. Austin Dillon, you have a repair of B. He is in trouble. Austin Dillon is in trouble. He is rolling a B. Austin Dillon rolls a 6. He's in the clear, but he falls to the back. Landon Castle has an escape of 8. He rolls a 5. He's good. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. rolls a 10. Uh-oh, Ricky. He's got a grade of C. He needs under a 7, right? He needs better than? Why does my brain not do this? The repair rating needs to be higher than the roll. So it's got to be 7 or under. for Ricky Stenhouse. It's a 9. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has crashed. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on lap 20 or turn 20. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has crashed. That's a crash for Ricky. Casey Mears, that's our second. That is going to be another. Is it 1 and 2? 2 cars collected. All right, Casey Mears. That's a 7. He's in the clear. Jeff Gordon. Click. 6. He's good. Jamie McMurray. That's an 8. He is just okay. Ryan Newman. He's good. And David Gilliland. That's a 6. He's good. So since we're in a yellow flag, there are no gas checks. Just one turn. Everybody just moves up. Casey Mears, Jeff Gordon climbs himself into 13th place. Look at some of these guys. Some of these guys. Do we have, look at this, Brian Vickers riding up here. He's got no trophy. Marcos Ambrose finds himself moving up. David Reagan climbs up. And we shift these guys down. These TV drivers are slowly finding their way up. They haven't done much passing or anything, but they have been slow and steady, and they are finding themselves right there on the cusp of climbing into the middle group. Kevin Harvick, Matt, and then Austin Dillon. Poor Ricky Stenhouse Jr., he has crashed and finds himself out of the race. That was turn 20, I believe. Anything else happen? Fill the gap. I should have filled the gap, shouldn't I have? I should have filled the gap. Let's do fill the gap. We need to make sure that that's the case. No, it's a yellow flag. It's a yellow flag because it was trouble. Yes. Yeah, there was a yellow flag, so we're good there. We're going to mark that as a yellow flag. I should get a highlighter and highlight those as yellow flags. All right, turn 21. Here we go. Boom. Middle group, and it's an 11. We got a problem. What is going on in this race? Everything sucks. Got to make sure everything's good on the... Okay. Everything's good. We got ourselves a problem now. Driver finder chart. We got to go look here. It's a problem. We got a 3. It's the middle group. Middle group. Now we got to find the driver. Red, white, and blue. Middle group. Is it when I add the numbers up? Red and white die. Red and white die. It is a 51. That is driver 5 odd. We're talking about David Gilliland. He's going to be the one that has himself a problem. It's a problem. Then the problem finder. Here we go. David Gilliland. What's our problem? 32. Loose in turn to end of the bottom group. Sorry, David. Sorry, buddy. And then I guess, do we fill the gap? Then problem finder, he just goes to the bottom of the group. Loose in turn, bottom of the group. Bye, David Gilliland. You were doing all right, and you just kind of fell yourself to the back. Fill the gap if we need to. Kyle Larson, we are going to check to fill the gap. It's a 5. Kyle Larson, TV driver, finds himself climbing into that 19th spot. And everybody else moving on up. Boop-a-doo boop, moving on up. Turn 21. This is going a little bit faster now that I kind of know what I'm doing. Here we go. Sorry, David Gilliland, your race day. You were doing all right, but now you're not. We got ourselves another duel, and it's number 9. That is the number 5 cars in the middle group. Number 5 cars in the middle group. Marcos Ambrose is going to be going first. All right, so if there's a duel, if there's a duel, they're going to go after a driver, right? And they are going to pick the driver. And we're going to say that he's not going after Jeff Burton because Jeff Burton has a chip. That's how this is going to work. So, Marcus Ambrose, I'm going to roll against you, sir. If the instigator wins, actually, there is a rule that an instigator or on a duel, the instigator can just choose to not, right? A driver's not obligated to instigate a duel. He may decline it and maintain his position. In duels involving the middle group, the driver in the odd half goes first. You know what? Marcos Ambrose doesn't have the gas or the brakes. I don't think he's going to take that chance. Marcus Ambrose is going to stay where he's at. However, Ryan Newman thinks he's got it in him. He's going to go after Brian Vickers. It's a 3. Ryan Newman takes that spot from Brian Vickers. He had the stones to try. Performance chip for Ryan Newman. Brian Vickers, though, has some trouble. Since he lost, he's going to have trouble. We're going to roll for an escape check. It's a 4. He's good. Brian Vickers escapes trouble. Look at that. I knew what I did. I kind of knew what I was doing. That's very exciting. All right, here we go. Turn 23. Boom. It's a 3 and a 5. Middle group. 5 is reflex. We are doing a reflex check. Starting here at the bottom, Kyle Larson has reflex. I don't remember who they're checking against. Oh, no, the dice tell me, right? There we go. That's a 1. He's got the gas. He's going after number 3. Number 3 in the top group? That's right? It's going to have, I haven't done one of these yet. Start with the lowest position in the group. Challenge top group, break. 4. Carl Edwards has a 1, 2. And it's, which check are we doing? We're doing reflex, 5. He's got a star. Carl Edwards has 4, so he is not taking it. We're doing a reflex. Marcos Ambrose has a 2. He's got the gas against number 6, Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch, it's a 2. Kyle Busch has the stars. He's good. He doesn't need to do nothing. No reflex. Jamie McMurray taking a reflex. 2, 3. He's got the gas against number 3, Mr. Carl Edwards. 6. Carl Edwards is in trouble. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can't do anything about it, but he's going to spend his chip. Carl Edwards holds onto his position. Jamie McMurray cannot take it from him, but he's at least spent that chip. Jeff Gordon's got the reflex now. 2, he's got the gas. He's going after Mr. Joey Logano with a 5. Reflex. 1, 2, 3. Joey Logano's got to spend a chip. Oh, man. Look at that. He doesn't have, Jeff Gordon doesn't have to stay in his spot, or Jeff Gordon has to stay, but reflex for Mr. Paul Menard. We got a 5. Paul Menard does not have the gas. Ryan Newman. Whoop. 5. Ryan Newman does not have the gas. And, oh, well, Ryan Newman still has a performance chip. Oh, bomber, dude. Well, for the sake of this, I wasn't looking. He should have been okay. You know what? We're going to take the 5 because I know it was the 5, and this is my first time playing. We're going to roll the other 2 dice, and we're going to figure out what happens. It's a 1 and a 4. 1, he's got reflex. 1, 2, 3. Joey Logano's got to spend his other chip. Joey Logano has spent those. No. Hold up. So this is another one of those cases where, as I'm trying to get this right, Ryan Newman has a chip and Joey Logano has a chip. Technically, in order for this to happen, in the case of 2 people with chips, performance chip, the red, white, blue will determine who wins the challenge. And an additional roll will, so in this case, Joey Logano Please note that if both the challenger and the defender have a performance chip, then the red, white, and blue roll will determine who wins the challenge. And an additional roll will depend on whether or not they get spent or lost. So in this case, Ryan Newman would have spent his chip, and Joey Logano. So Ryan Newman would have spent his chip to win the thing. Joey Logano would have to spend to win. I say nothing changes, but we got to find out if it's an even roll. They're retaining their chips. Nothing is changing. And Jeff Burton's got his self-control or reflex. It's a red 6. He does not have the gas. Sorry, folks. All right, 24. We've got a 2 top group and an 8. 8 is a skill check. We're starting here. Kyle Busch, you've got skill. We are a 3. He's got the gas. We're going after a 1. A 1. A 1. A 1. So Dale Earnhardt Jr. has all the brakes in the world. So Dale Earnhardt Jr. technically wins, right? He wins. Man, I've done this so many times already. If the defending driver has the indicated quality, he's good. Challenge is successful if 2 things happens. Challenging role driver has gas, and the challenge driver outside is brake range. If both occur, the drivers swap. If not, the challenge fails. But we still need to determine whether or not the chips got spent or not. It's an odd both of them spend their chips. Because otherwise, Kyle Busch could have spent his performance chip. Sure. Simply to simplify the procedure, it's considered that a driver who has a performance chip spends it to salvage. Right. So he could have salvaged it either way. That's what we're going with. Sure. We are looking still at an 8, which was skill. There's a skill check here on Jimmy Johnson. Red, white, blue. Jimmy Johnson's got the gas. He's going after Mr. Dale Earnhardt Jr., and it's a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, buddy. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has lost the top position to Jimmy Johnson. Is that right? Skill and star and 2 stars 4. We rolled the 5. Yep. Does not have a skill. Does not have a skill. Ryan Blaney has a skill. 5, 3, 3. He's got the gas. 5. And then this one, 3. 1, 2. Jimmy Johnson's got the brakes. He's good. Why can't I understand these performance chips? Performance chips are now problematic for me. A driver can use a performance chip to win or challenge a duel, to win a challenge or a duel. If both the challenger have a performance chip, then the red, white, and blue determines who wins the challenge, and an additional will determine whether or not they get spent or not. Yeah, because even though Jimmy Johnson could have been good, Ryan Blaney could have spent it to take the spot. So we've got to roll. We're going to roll the red die. Even means they keep them. Okay, we've got this now. That's what I keep saying. Joey Logano, he's actually got the skill star, so he gets to go twice. He's going with a wall. He's got the gas. It's a 3. 1, 2. 3, 4. Jimmy Johnson has it, but we got to roll to find out if they spend those chips. It's an odd. Odd gets spent, and Joey Logano gets another try at this. What's going to happen? Joey Logano with a 4. He's got the gas. It's a 6. Jimmy Johnson can't hold him off. Joey Logano takes the top spot. Turn 24, Joey Logano pulls ahead. Jimmy Johnson can't hold him off, even with all those chips from everybody. Joey Logano is our new leader. That was Jimmy Johnson got into the position but couldn't hold it. It was Dale Earnhardt Jr. that was leading up until this point. That was turn 23. Earnhardt Jr. And now turn 24, Mr. Joey Logano takes over. Joey Logano. I've watched like 4 videos 4 times to make sure I get this, and I'm still feeling like I'm screwing up. We are heading on to the 25th turn. Here we go. Joey Logano finds himself in the lead. Look at that. We got another duel. Another duel. This one is for Group 10, the number 4 cars in the middle group. We're talking Mr. Jamie McMurray first. Jamie McMurray is going to take on Paul Menard because I don't think he feels like he can beat those guys there. It's a 4. Jimmy McMurray's got the gas. He's going to take on Paul Menard. Jimmy McMurray gets himself a chip. And Paul Menard's got himself some trouble. Uh-oh, Paul Menard. He's got an escape rating of 8. That's an 8. He narrowly escapes the trouble. Jeff Gordon all of a sudden sees things going weird here. Jeff Gordon feels like he's got to take on Mr. Tony Stewart, take that spot from him. Those performance chips might be just a little too much. Tony Stewart, or Jeff Gordon's got the gas. He takes the spot, and Tony Stewart holds him, or can't hold on. Jeff Gordon climbs up a couple spots, takes that blue chip, and Tony Stewart, who's got an escape of 8, rolls double ones. He is in the clear. He is in the clear. Everybody comes out clean. We could have some of those dual feud things, but that's okay. I think I'm doing it right. We're going to say we are. We are 25 laps through. We got 15 laps to go. Moving on to lap number 26. That duel went nice and clean, I think. We're going to say it did. He got his performance trip and he got his trouble. We know how the trouble worked. Here we did the escape check. Here we go. We're talking about that middle group. It's a 9. 9's a heat check. Starting here with Mr. Kyle Larson. Guess what? Kyle Larson finds himself with a heat star, so he gets to take 2 tries. Red, white, and blue, he's going after Mr. Dale Earnhardt Jr., but he doesn't have the gas. Sorry, Kyle Larson. We are checking, I keep forgetting, heat. We're checking heat. No heat for Mr. David Reagan, Marcus Ambrose, Brian Vickers, Paul Menard. Tony Stewart's got heat. He's feeling chippy since he lost that spot to Jeff Gordon. Tony Stewart, how's it feeling? Oh, you know what? Kyle Larson gets 2 rolls. We didn't give Kyle Larson that fair shot. He's got 2 heats, so he gets to try again. He's trying after Mr. Jimmy Johnson here. Now that he's got that 1, it's a 3, but Jimmy Johnson's already got 3 gas. There are no chips. Okay, great. Now we can go back here to Mr. Paul Menard. Paul Menard gets himself a new roll. It's a 1, 4. We're going after Brad Keselowski, and it's a 2. Brad Keselowski's got all the breaks in the world. He is good. Tony Stewart. Casey Mears. Haven't heard much from him recently. 3. He barely has the gas to pull it off. He's taking on Mr. Kyle Busch with a 1, but unfortunately for him, he's got all the breaks he needs. Landon Castle, who's just been quietly riding his way here in the middle group for a little while, has no skill. Jeff Gordon has a skill check. That's a 6. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't have the gas, but he can spend that chip maybe against Carl Edwards. Carl Edwards, it's a 3. No skill, only 2 breaks. Jeff Gordon spends that chip and takes that spot from Carl Edwards. Sorry there, my dude. You fall down a little while. Skill check for Jimmy McMurray. No, Ryan Newman has a skill check against Jeff Gordon. Might not get to hold it very long. It's a 6. He could spend his gas. It's a 3. Jeff Gordon has 1, 2, 3, 4 breaks. Sorry, Ryan Newman. But, so can he win a challenge? Yeah. So you know what? Ryan Newman is spending this to win the challenge that he would have otherwise lost. Right? That's all he needs to do. Yeah, he can just take it. Spends his chip. Jeff Gordon, it was all for naught. You fell yourself back to 9th place. Jeff Barton does not have a skill check. That is the end of our 26th lap. We are now on another pit. Let's see if we can get pits nice and clean. We're going to roll metallics and black. It's a 10. Metallic means we're going to take a look at 1, which is the top group, right? We're looking at the top group. It's not doubles, so we're switching the top and middle positions in that group. So 6 and 4 are going to swap spots. What about a performance chip there? Is that like, this is not a duel. This is a pit. So this is a pit. You switch the drivers. Performance chips can be used to avoid trouble. He can, however, use the one to preserve or take leader status. But I don't know if he can use a chip to hold his spot. I'm guessing he's not able to, because this might be coming into the pits as opposed to getting out of a pit, because we haven't done a fast pit check yet. We're just kind of positioning those guys getting into the pits. So that's what we're going to go with. There's no pit violation. We're going to say that Kyle Busch took Brad Keselowski's spot. Now we're going to do fast pits. We're going to check on the top group and the leader, since we rolled a 1. Using the metallic dice, we're going to do the fast pit rolls. Give performance chips to everybody. So we're going to go, I guess, we'll just go from bottom up. Sounds great. I think we went top down last time, but this is great. We're going to do this. We're going, Brad Keselowski gets himself a fast pit chip. That's a 6. Fast pit chip for Dale Earnhardt. We've got a fast pit 10 for Kyle Busch. That's a great fast pit. Look at his pit crew working overtime today. Ryan Newman's got a 7. He rolls a 6. Man, we got all the performance chips coming out today. That's a 9. Oh, no, nothing for Ryan Blaney. Sorry, buddy. Jimmy Johnson has a 9. He gets himself a chip with the 9. Jimmy Johnson's loving it. And Joey Logano, we got ourselves a 4. He's got a fast pit of 8. Joey Logano gets himself a chip. So we've gone through our pit. We have done our chips. We have to reorganize, right? So we're going to say, I think that Brad Keselowski, with his 2 chips, should be able to take that spot from Jimmy Johnson. That's the rule that I'm playing. Boom. We're going to roll that black chip. Find out if top group racer, gas check. What's the check here? Is it a check for a takeover leader? Roll black die. Indicate which driver in the top group gets to challenge the race leader using the gas pedal. Which driver in the top group gets the challenge? Non-chip drivers drop back. The final step is to roll the black die again to indicate which driver in the top group gets the challenge using gas pedal. Current leader can use a chip. So here we go. It is number 3. Ryan Newman is challenging. It's going to be a gas. It's a 6. He doesn't have the gas. However, he doesn't have the gas, which means he would have spent the chip to win, but Joey Logano has a chip. So that's what we're going with. We're going to keep that up. If it's odd, they spend them. They're even and they keep them. Okay. Sure. Sounds great. We are through the second to third of our race. This has been another hour. How does this game get played faster? I don't know what's going on. We're just going to keep going. We've got 1/3 of our race left. We are on lap 28. At least this is way faster. It was 2 hours to get through the first third last time. We're just making decisions and going with it. This is the middle group, and it's an 11. We got a problem, people. We got a problem. We got to get our problem driver chart. Where did I throw that now? It's under here. Problem driver chart. We're going to roll red and white. It's a problem. Got to find our driver. 65, middle group. 65 is the driver 6 odd. Mr. Kyle Larson has himself a problem. Sorry, Mr. Kyle Larson. What's going on here? Boom. It is a 31. Handling problem, roll for repair. So we are now in the final third of this race. Kyle Larson may find himself not finishing. He has a group, it is a problem, final third in C. He's only got a pit crew of 2. This is bad for him. If the roll is higher than the repair rating, he's out. So he's got to get a snake eyes. Sorry, Kyle Larson, you have fallen out of the race. Kyle Larson has a problem on turn 28. Kyle Larson, DNF. I should also be writing these guys up on the list as they're not finishing, because that's the position they're finishing in. Do guys get points if they don't finish? Now I've got a question I have to ask myself. We do, however, this was a problem. We have to fill the gap. So we're going to check on Mr. Alex Bowman might climb his way up. That's a 6. Sorry, Alex Bowman. How about AJ Allmendinger? He's got a 2. AJ climbs up, takes that spot. Couldn't do it, AJ or Alex Bowman. What is wrong with you? This group is getting smaller and smaller. There are less and less drivers hanging out in this group. That was turn 28. 29. Oh, these ones. It's a 3 and a 3. 3 and 3. We got a TV. Holy crap. What happens with that? I don't even know. What does that mean? That's the first time I've seen that happen. Why look at my TV book? Oh, let's see. What does the rule book say? Let's see. Red, white, blue die, trouble results, quality, multiple events. A rare result, a problem result. Oh, is this just TV drivers? I'm guessing that this is just TV drivers that we're checking. Yeah, TV drivers. So we're talking about this middle group. We're just looking at AJ Allmendinger and Paul Menard. How about those guys? Look at them. AJ Allmendinger's looking, he's all stoked now. He gets to climb potentially up to the middle. No, he doesn't have the speed. Paul Menard. Nope, he doesn't have the gas either. What a wasted turn for our fancy TV drivers. Joey Logano's still sitting there in the lead. Nobody has led this race longer than Jimmy Johnson. Ryan Blaney has been sitting there. He was in the lead for 1 lap in lap 10, but he's been chilling in 3rd place for a little while now. I'm sure he's pretty happy. This one. Here we go. Turn 30. Talk about top group, and it's a 9. That's heat. We're doing a heat check. Top group, Jimmy Johnson, no heat. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has heat. We're looking at a 2. And a 6. Oh, Joey Logano. So Dale Earnhardt would take this spot because Joey Logano doesn't have the gas or the heat. So Dale Earnhardt's going to do it. And then we have to roll to see if they spend those chips or not. It's odd. So they give up their chips. We are still checking on heat. We're still checking heat. 9 heat. Heat for Kyle Busch. And now Dale Earnhardt Jr. has spent his chip. It is a 1-1. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has the brakes, but guess what? Kyle Busch says, I don't think so. Steps on that gas pedal and says, get in the back, Earnhardt. Kyle Busch takes the lead. Got another heat check here for Ryan Newman. 4. He's got the gas. Does Kyle Busch have the brakes? This is a heat. Kyle Busch has got 5. But Ryan Newman spends his chip. Oh, this is mayhem. Ryan Newman takes that lead, spending that chip. No heat, no heat. Oh, my goodness. We have a new race leader at the end of the 30th turn. Through 29, Joey Logano leads. But on 30, we've got a new race leader in Ryan Newman. Oh, my goodness gracious. Turn 31. This one and this one's. We got a 1. We are talking about that top group. And it's a 9. We're doing another heat check. Things could get wild. No heat, no heat. Dale Earnhardt Jr. looking for vengeance. He's got the gas. But Ryan Newman's got the brakes. He's in the clear. Sorry there, Dale Earnhardt. Kyle Busch, he's also looking to take that spot back. He's got the gas. Does Ryan Newman have it? This is a heat check. A heat check. 2 stars plus the 2-star brake bonus and the heat. Ryan Newman still has the brakes. He may be able to hold this thing off till we get through to the end. There is a heat check on these other guys, and there's no heat there. So Ryan Newman holds his spot at the end of the 31st turn. 32nd turn. Here we go. Talk about the middle group, and it's an 8. We got a skill check. No skill. David Reagan, we haven't gotten to do much checks for you at all, good sir. But guess what? You don't have the gas. Sorry, my dude. This is a skill check, skill check. Brian Vickers still chilling there in the middle. This guy's having himself a nice race. He's got the gas. He's going against number Joey Logano. He's got a 5. Joey Logano's got 1 star. This is a skill check. It's a skill check. He's got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Joey Logano does not have the brakes to stop him, and Brian Vickers pushes himself up into 6th place, pushing Logano back down to the middle of the pack. How crazy. Skill check for Paul Menard. Brian Vickers, it might be short-lived. What do we got? It's a 5. Paul Menard doesn't have the gas. We got ourselves a skill check for Casey Mears. It's a 4. He doesn't have the gas. Skill check for Jeff Gordon. Here we go. It's a 5. He's got the gas. He's going against Mr. Ryan Blaney, who definitely doesn't have the brakes, but Ryan Blaney is going to spend that chip. Ryan Newman holds the spot, but Brian Vickers is continuing his secret day where people don't even know that he's there, chilling up there in that top group. My goodness. 33. We are coming down the home stretch here. I need a dice tower. That's what I've decided. 1. It's a top group. And it's a 7. What do we got? Control. We are doing a control check on this group. Who do we got? Is that control? Jimmy Johnson's got a control star, so he's going to get 2 tries at this thing. It's a 1 and a 1. Oh, my goodness. Ryan Newman has the brakes. But unfortunately, Jimmy Johnson's got the chip. Jimmy Johnson is going to take that top spot from Ryan Newman. That is what has happened. Yes, yes. We are doing a 7. I keep forgetting it's a control check. Brian Vickers, he's got a control skill. What's going to happen here? He's got the gas, but guess what? Doesn't have the brakes. Mr. Jimmy Johnson's got 5 stars. He is well able to brake and stay in front. Skill check for Dale Earnhardt Jr. No, it's a 7. It's a control check. Control check for Dale Earnhardt. He's got the gas. It's a 6. Jimmy Johnson can't do nothing with a 6. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has taken that position from Jimmy Johnson. Should I be tracking each time the guys step into first place? Probably somewhere in there. That would make sense, right? Because they would have led some number of turns. I don't know. Somebody will have answers for me. There's a lot of stuff in these books. All right, we got ourselves another. It's a 7. It's a control. Kyle Busch with a control check. He's got the gas. But guess what? Dale Earnhardt can't do anything with a 6 brake again. It is mayhem up in here. Kyle Busch has taken the lead. Oh, my. We got ourselves no control check, but we've got a Brad Keselowski control check with 2 performance chips. He's got the gas. Kyle Busch has the brakes, but Brad Keselowski spends the chip and takes the lead for the first time tonight. It was only 32. It was only 2 laps that Ryan Newman got to be in the lead. 33. Mr. Keselowski takes over. That was the end of the 33rd turn. Brad Keselowski with a performance chip chilling right there. We are on turn 34. It's a 6. That means it's a duel in number 9. It's the number 5 cars in the middle group. Number 5 cars in the middle group. Marcus Ambrose, again, he's too nervous. He does not think. I mean, we're actually, you know what? Marcus Ambrose knows we are. Is he going to take the points? What do you think? Marcus Ambrose, would he just, is he going to be happy to just kind of chill here in the middle? Or do you think Marcus should push it? I don't think he thinks he wants it. He's just going to ride this out. He's going to get some points here for 17th place. At least he's not in the bottom group. Joey Logano, on the other hand, thinks he's still got it in him to push. Joey Logano is going to take on Jeff Gordon for that duel. Here we go. It is a gas check. Joey Logano's got the gas. Jeff Gordon loses the spot, and Jeff Gordon is in trouble. Performance chip for Jeff Gordon. Nope. Joey Logano takes the spot. Jeff Gordon's in trouble. We are rolling. It's trouble? It's trouble. First, we're checking for escape. It's an 8. He's got a 6. Jeff Gordon escapes the mess. Turn 35. Here we go. It's a 3. We're talking about that middle group, and we're looking at a 6. We are looking at the stars this time. Middle group taking out the stars. Middle group taking a look at the stars. Not a star, not a star, not a star, not a star. Wow, Jeff Gordon's not considered a star anymore? Wild. Paul Menard, no, but Tony Stewart still is. Not a lot of stars here in this middle group. It's a 5. He's got the gas. It's against number 6, Mr. Ryan Newman. Ryan Newman has 1, 2, 3 stars. Ryan Newman is clear. He can hold him off. He's actually got 4 stars, technically. We got a star, stars. Joey Logano is a star. 1, he's got the gas. 4, he's taking on Jimmy Johnson with a 3. Jimmy Johnson has 4 stars, but Joey Logano spends that chip. Jimmy Johnson, who has spent all day up top, finds himself falling. Joey Logano spends that chip. Oh my. Oh my. Jeff Burton, also a star. Boom. It's a 1. He's got the gas. He's taking on Mr. Ryan Blaney, who's also been sitting there just kind of chilling by himself. And guess what? Ryan Blaney's got no brakes. It's a 5. Jeff Burton gets to take that spot and take his chip with him. Ryan Blaney just falls out of the top group for the first time all day. That has got to hurt. What is happening, Mr. Ryan Blaney? We are stepping on turn 36. We've got one more pit break coming up, but not on this lap. This is just a regular lap. Boom. It's a 6. It's a duel to an 8. It's a duel between the number 6 cars in the middle group. Number 6 cars in the middle group. AJ Allmendinger's in that Marcus Ambrose case where he's just not feeling it. He's got to stay where he's at. But David Reagan thinks he's got it in him. David Reagan is going to roll that gas check against Ryan Blaney. It's a 4. David Reagan takes that spot. Ryan Blaney is tumbling all the way down the field. What is going on, Ryan Blaney? We're rolling for an escape. It's a 7. He escapes narrow defeat, but Ryan Blaney doesn't know what happened. In a matter of 2 turns, he has lost. He was in 3rd. He's lost 15 places in a matter of 2 turns. All right, we are on a pit. I keep getting wrong, so we're going to get this right this time. It's a 6 and a 4 in the middle group, right? 6 and 4 in the middle group. So we're going to swap those guys in the middle group. 6 and 4, 6 and 4. So the guys in a pit. Guys in the pit. 3 and the 4. We're going to move up. We're doing 4 and 6. So Tony Stewart, I guess we're just going to that. I guess. Sounds great. Our number, it's a fast pit. We're looking here at the middle group for fast pits. And we're going to roll against all of them. You get a chip if you're fast. So we're going to start from the bottom up. It's going to be Paul Menard first. That's a 7. No chip for you, sir. Tony Stewart. No chip for you, sir. Marcus Ambrose. No chip for you, sir. Jeff Gordon. He gets a chip. He rolls a 6. AJ Allmendinger. He rolls a 5. AJ Allmendinger gets himself a performance chip here at the end of the night. Ryan Blaney. He gets a 6. He's able to find something here as he slowly climbs his way back up the field. Casey Mears with his 3 fast. Nope, nothing for you, Casey Mears. Landon Castle. No, that would take a prayer. Carl Edwards rolls an 8. He's in the good, clear. Jamie McMurray with a 7. No! Jimmy Johnson. He gets a 9. Just gets a performance chip for himself. David Reagan gets a 9. No performance chip for David Reagan. PC Racers at the top and middle groups. Swap. So is it all groups? Did I not do that last time? Is it all groups? After fast pits are completed, to the front of their groups in descending order. So that means Jimmy Johnson takes David Reagan's spot. Yes, that's all this is, right? These guys all move up. So maybe Ryan Blaney is going to take this spot. Are we swapping them? And then AJ Allmendinger takes, maybe that keeps the same order, right? Jeff Gordon goes up here. Casey Mears falls. Does that seem right? We're swapping them. I guess. Yeah, that's probably right. To their respective groups. So I bet that there are guys here that I did not do that with. Do you actually move the leader? Leader is exempt. Okay. All right, I think that might be the way that was supposed to play out. Then we're going to do a check against the top group. It's a 6. Ryan Newman is trying to take on the leader, but the leader's probably going to end up spending. This is a gas check. It's a 6. Ryan Newman doesn't even have the gas for it. So no change in leader. I think that's how the gas stuff is supposed to work. That felt better. That made more sense. And everyone that got the performance chips got themselves out quickly. That made a whole lot more sense. I feel better about that. We have 3 laps to go left on this race. On the yellow turn, on the last turn, as I'm getting close to this, if the final pit is within 2 turns, no, we don't have that. If the roll cam targets the bottom group, ignore the target top and middle instead and start with the middle. All right, so we're not last turn. I'm not worrying about it too awful much. Here we go. We're looking at 5, which is the bottom group in this case. We haven't taken a look at the bottom group in a while. This is a control check. So we're going to be taking a look here at the middle. If it's odd, it's the left. And if it's yes. If red is odd, then we're taking the left. If red is even, we're taking the right in the number of white, and then we're checking against the brakes. Okay, that's what we got. So we are doing a 7, which is a control check. Nothing for David, nothing for Austin Dillon, nothing for Clint Boyer. Matt DiBenedetto, I might have just said his name right for the very first time today. DiBenedetto. DiBenedetto. That's a 2. He's got the stuff. It's a 2. We're going after Mr. Carl Edwards. It's a 1. Matt DiBenedetto doesn't have what he needs. Carl Edwards has all the stars. He does not need to spend his chip. Kevin Harvick, way down here in the pack. He's got 2 control rolls, so we're going to give this a pass or try twice. No gas for Mr. Kevin Harvick. He does not have the gas to do it. It's a 5. He barely has it. It's a 6 on Mr. Paul Menard. Paul Menard does not have the brakes. Kevin Harvick steps in and just takes that from him. Paul Menard looks around and says, what in the heck just happened? Matt Kenseth steps up. He's got a control roll. It's a 1. He's got the gas. It's against a Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick, this is a control. He's got 4 stars. Kevin Harvick's able to hold him off. Kurt Busch is coming up. Look at all these big namers sitting down there. He's got the gas. It's against number 3, even side, Mr. AJ Allmendinger. He does not have the brakes, but guess what? He's spending his chip. He's been waiting all day long to say his car is feeling good. He finally gets that opportunity. Martin Truex Jr.'s got the control now. He's got the gas. This is against Jimmy Johnson. Oh, boy, Jimmy Johnson. We're doing a 7. This is a control check. He's got all the brakes in the world. Jimmy Johnson's in the clear. Nothing Greg Biffle, Chase Elliott, Daniel Suarez, Danny Hamlin. What do we got, Danny Hamlin? He's got the gas. It's against number 6 odd. Kevin Harvick doesn't have the brakes. It's a 6. Denny Hamlin steps up and says, guess what, sir? Have a seat. Not have a seat, but go to the back. We got control not on Bobby Labonte. We got control on Juan Pablo Montoya, a name we have not heard all day long. He's got the gas. This check is against Landon Castle, and Landon Castle can't do anything about it. No stars, no brakes. Juan Pablo Montoya has climbed himself up to 15th place, and oh boy, we got Casey Kane. Casey Kane coming in here at control. We're still at control, Boom. He's got the gas. It's against 1. Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson has 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No bonus because he's not in the top group. It's a 5. Jimmy Johnson has to spend his performance chip to not give up the spot. Eric Almirola. He's got the gas. Woo! Eric Almirola has the gas. It's a 4. It's a David Reagan check. David Reagan can't do anything about it. He's got no brakes. What's going on, Eric Almirola? He's climbed up. This is wild, folks. I'm saying folks, but guess what? This is freaking crazy. This game is awesome, and I've played it wrong for like 4 hours, but you know what? I'm okay with it. We've got a control check here for Chris Boucher. Unfortunately, he does not have the gas. Alex Bowman, he's been waiting his turn all day long. It's a 4. He's got the gas. It's against a number 4. Even. Eric Almirola, he has 1 control, and that's just enough to hold off Alex Bowman. Eric Almirola has been biding his time all day long. We are on lap or turn 39. Brad Keselowski still sitting in the pole position. It's a 5. That's bottom group again. Oh my. It is double dice. Double 2s, which means what? It's trouble. It's trouble. And I think double add a problem to the indicated group. No extra event if doubles is a duel. So in this case, we're going to go through, we're going to do our trouble, and then we're going to add a problem to someone. Right? Yes. The problem does not happen first. So we're going to go through and do our troubles on the bottom group, and then we're going to add a problem to somebody. It is trouble first, then we're going problems. So trouble starts at the top, and we work our way down. Escape checks against. So we're looking for escapes. That is a 5. Alex Bowman is in the clear. Chris Boucher is in trouble. Oh no, Chris Boucher. We're going to set that guy right up there. David Reagan is in trouble. Oh no. Are we going to have a yellow flag going into the final turn? That would be the worst. That's a 5. He's in the clear. Landon Castle. It's a 7. He's clear. Bobby Labonte. It's a 9. Oh no, yellow flag. Oh my goodness. Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick gets pulled into the mess. What is happening? Oh no, it's an 8 for Daniel Suarez. What a... Oh my goodness gracious. It's a 6. Chase Elliott's able to squirt his way around. Greg Biffle rolls a 10. All he's been doing is trying to figure out how to finish this race, and he can't do it. Martin Truex Jr. That's a... Martin Truex Jr. Oh no, our list of everybody crashing is getting bigger. Oh my goodness, Kurt Busch. What a freaking mess. It's a 5. Matt Kenseth is okay. Paul Menard, do you have it in you? You do not. Paul Menard gets caught up in the mayhem. What a freaking mess. Matt DiBenedetto, he goes down. I'm running out of room for all my crash drivers. What the freak? There's got to be something I'm doing wrong here, right? This is trouble. No, we do the entire group. Ah! Right? Right? This has to be right. I mean, I can put all these guys back if there's a problem, but if the die roll is greater than his escape, he gets screwed. That's not what the rulebook says, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we're just going to have to do... We have to play another turn on a yellow flag, so we're not... This is going to end up going an extra lap. Oh, my goodness. All right, so we need to check Clint Boyer here. We need to finish this flipping mess up. Clint Boyer, he gets himself wrapped up, too. Oh, my, that's an 8. Austin Dillon, that's a 6. He's in the clear. David Gilliland, that's a 4. He escapes. Oh, my... Look at this. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11 cars on turn 39 that are caught up in a crash. Turn 39. We're just going to write these out, and we're going to figure out what the heck happened later. Chris Boucher, David Reagan, Bobby Labonte, Kevin Harvick, Daniel Suarez, Greg Biffle, Martin Truex Jr., Kurt Busch, Paul Menard, Matt DiBenedetto, and Clint Boyer. I ran out of room. So we're going to have to do our trouble checks. This is bad news for all these guys. So we're in the final third. Chris Buescher, if the dice come up better than a 5, you're out. It's better than a 5. Chris Buescher has crashed. Chris Buescher has not finished. DNF, sir. Now we've got to check. David Reagan, he's another one. This is a trouble. This is a trouble. We're still going to have to do a problem to study this group too. Holy crap. That's a 6. It's got to be, it's greater than a 5. David Reagan finds himself out as well. Oh my goodness. What a race. What a mess. Bobby Labonte with a D. He rolls a 3. Bobby Labonte finds himself able to get back on the course. That's insane. That is a 4 against Kevin Harvick's 7. He's able to get back on the track. Daniel Suarez is a C, and he finds himself out. DNF. Sorry there, sir. Greg Biffle with an A. He rolls a 4. He is good. Greg Biffle finds himself back in. Martin Truex Jr. rolls a 7 against his 6. Sorry, Martin Truex Jr., you are a DNF as well. He was number 78. DNF. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. Kurt Busch. That's an 8 against his 6. I'm sorry, Kurt Busch. You are also out of the race. Number 41, DNF. Paul Menard, he's got an A. Rolls a 10. Paul Menard cannot get back on the track. It's 1 lap to finish. Paul Menard cannot get back on the track. We have lost so many good drivers in today's race. Oh, my. Matt DiBenedetto, can he find himself some points? He's got a D. Oh, no. Matt DiBenedetto, I'm sorry, sir. You have outrolled yourself, and you are also out of the race. Clint Boyer, your last guy to give it a shot. He's got a C. He's got to roll under a 5 or under. He rolls a 12. Sorry, Clint Boyer. It was not your day. Have yourself a seat, sir. All right, now we got ourselves a problem, right? So it was then resolve the problem. We got to do a problem finder chart. How did all this go? How did this all go so sideways? I'm sorry, everyone, all my drivers. Wow, that field just cleared the freak out. We're going to do a problem. Is the problem against that group? Is that what it is? Add a problem to the indicated group. So we're in the bottom. It's going to be a problem on the bottom. We know that. Bottom group driver, red and white dice. Boom. It is 63. So what happens if there is no driver anymore? You know what? We're going to say, oh, wait, hold on. Driver 63. 63 is driver 21. 19, 20, 21. Casey Kane has himself a problem. Casey Kane, what's going to happen to you, sir? 52. Clutch problems, roll for repair. If he's got a crew, he does not have a crew, no clutch problem. Oh, no, this is a problem. He's got a C. He's got to roll double zeros or double ones, and it is not double ones. Casey Kane, on that same turn, finds himself with a clutch failure and is out of the race. He did not crash. He just clutch failed. boy, oh boy. Everybody just moves up. Look at these guys. They're just happy to be alive. So that is a yellow flag on 39. We had so many guys here that if it was on the last turn, we have 2 yellow flags. There were so many cars. We are going to a 41st lap in my first ever gameplay of Red, White, and Blue Racin. I'm probably going to have to write a blog on this. This is this is such a silly thing. It is. Here we go. 41st lap. It is on the middle group. Guess what? Brad Keselowski is going to hold on to the race. Number 3, we are looking at TV drivers here in the middle group. AJ Allmendinger, you are first, sir. He does not have the gas. This is a anticlimactic. And Jimmy Johnson, he has the gas. He's taking on Jimmy Logano, or Joey Logano. Excuse me, Joey Logano. This is a TV check. He's got 1, 2. Jimmy Johnson takes that spot from him. And that is how the race will finish. Wow! What a wild, wild finish for this race. That was crazy. So we ended up having to go a second lap. I know I should have tracked where we had yellow flags. I know we had at least yellows on 38, 9, and 40. So that's, I mean, I should have written it down. I could go back and rewatch the video just to see how that felt like it played out, but that was something. For our final drivers, in first place, number 2 is Brad Keselowski. I'm just going to write this out and you're going to listen to me do it. He climbed up from 11th place. In second place is number 31, Jeff Burton. And Jeff Burton was in 30th to start the race. Number 18 is Kyle Busch. Oh, Brad Keselowski, I also can say, finished the race. He went through 41 laps. Kyle Busch started in 7th place. Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 88 car finishes in 4th. He started in 6th. Jimmy Johnson in the 48 car. He started in pole position. Number 83, Brian Vickers. How about that? Finishes in 6th place. Brian Vickers started in 19th. Not as big of a climb, but he doesn't have the pit crew. Like that was fun for for him to finish there. Ryan Newman in a 39 car finishes 7th. Ryan Newman started. Where the heck is Ryan Newman? Ryan Newman started in 14th place. 8th place is number 22, Joey Logano. Number 9 was number 1, Jamie McMurray. Number 10 is number 99, Carl Edwards. Number 11 was number 12, Ryan Blaney. I'll bet Blaney is pretty bummed. He started, let's see, I guess Blaney didn't start as high as I thought it. He started in 17th, so I guess he climbed 6 spots, but he did spend a decent amount of time in the top 6. AJ Allmendinger, number 47, finishes in 12th place. And Allmendinger was another one. I think he started all the way back in 36th. So that's a nice climb for him. Number 24, Jeff Gordon, finished in 13th. Number 43, Al Mirola, finishes in 14th. Number 42, Juan Pablo Montoya, finishes in 15th place. Good for him. Casey Mears, number 13, finishes in 16th place. Marcos Ambrose might have made some of the right calls here and didn't take on those duels. He was able to hold on to that 7th place. Ambrose himself started. Where did you start, Mr. Ambrose? There we go. Down in 32nd place. So once he got to the middle, he was happy to kind of chill there. Number 14, Tony Stewart, finished 18th. Number 19, number 11, Denny Hamlin, finished in 19th place. TV driver number 23, Alex Bowman, finishes in 20th. Number 40, Landon Castle, finishes in 21st. 22nd, number 20, is Matt Kenseth. Number 23, Austin Dillon. 19, 20, 21, 22. Wait, who did I miss? Oh no. Who did I miss on my paper? Mears, Ambrose, Stewart, Hamlin, Bowman, Castle. Oh, I missed. No, I wrote down something wrong. We're going to fix it. Finishing in 22nd place was Chase Elliott, number 9. Number 20, Matt Kenseth, came in 23rd. Number 3, Austin Dillon, comes in 24th. David Gilliland, number 38, comes in 25th. 26th place goes to number 71, Bobby Labonte. Number 4, Kevin Harvick. What a rough day for Mr. Kevin Harvick. He was doing all right, just kind of chilling there after he crashed early on and found his way. At least he got back on the course. And then star number 16, Greg Biffle, got himself caught up early on in the race, started second, finished in absolute last place, at least of the finishing drivers. Drivers that did not finish, we had so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 drivers did not finish. That is Danica Patrick, Mark Martin, Michael McDowell, Eric Jones, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. There was a yellow flag on turn 20. I've got that written down. Good for me. Kyle Larson, and then a whole bunch of drivers that I just wrote their numbers at the time because I didn't feel like handwriting all those names out. But that was a lot. What a crazy race. This game is freaking awesome. Look at these notes. I might just have to write a blog post on this, and I don't even do that. So I'm sorry if you tore your hair out watching me get things wrong. I think as the game went on, I started getting things more right. I didn't have to dig as much. This was a lot for one game. I know that I'm at an hour and 45 now, but guess what? The first video was 2 hours long, and I only did 1/3 of the race. This was 2/3 of the race, and I got it done in 15 minutes faster. So thanks for chilling with me, watching this video. Hopefully it was entertaining for you because it was awesome for me. I think I'm going to try one more race before I start thinking about building a series for myself, just so I can get a better grasp on how this works after I go through a full turn. Thanks, and talk to you later. See you.